Hey everyone, let's unbox and take a look at the Heartlake City Mini Supermarket by LEGO Friends. This is set number 42680. Contains 176 pieces, retails for $19.99, and set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. Thank you, LEGO. Well, it looks like we get ourselves a portion of a mini supermarket, but looks like it's just a one-wall special here. And we have Dango, Autumn, and Zac. Oh boy, and it looks like they just allow him to bark freely and run around without a leash in a supermarket. That's not cool, but yeah, it looks like we have a lot of stuff going on here. And just by first impression, this one looks really fun, and I'm hoping all these graphics are printed. This is going to make this one even better. And here's the top. This looks like we get various accessories. This is more or less like a grocery store pack, and here's the back of the box. And yeah, this sticker kind of ruined it, but it looks like we get ourselves a shopping cart. And I don't know, this one just looks fun. I'm just dying to see what kind of parts are inside here, and so far I've been running across sets with no stickers. Let's hope this one here doesn't break the streak. Well, we shall see. And yeah, this is I'm going to tell you right now, this is sloppily packed Lego. Yeah, I mean, I hate to think that I'm going to have to give this one a 9 already at least. I haven't even finished yet. So we got 2 numbered bags. That's cool, so that'll make it easy. I'm hoping it's going to be a collaborative build. And we have 2 building guides, so it looks like you and a friend can build together. I'm hoping that's the case, as that's going to be really cool. But I did not see a set of stickers in here, which is even better. We get a set of 6x12 plates and a shopping cart base. I do have these in various colors. I don't know if I have lime green, though. I've been collecting these little shopping carts for quite some time. They're a really cool piece to have. And just by looking at this, it looks like we're going to be in for a treat. Okay, well, we're ready to start building here. Let me shed some more light on the subject here for us so we can go shopping. And this one here looks pretty fun. Don't worry, I've already scanned that, so you don't have to worry about that. And we got 2 numbered bags, and I think we're going to be in for a treat here today. And I think we're just going to jump right on into the build. Let me get everything situated here. Okay, let's begin. Let's jump right on in. Let's build it, and I have a feeling we are going to be in for a very fun treat. Well, let me get the black paper, because I have a feeling that that's not going to be good. But I was wondering about if this stuff was printed. So far I've reviewed like 17 or 18 sets, and not one of these has had stickers on it. I mean, this is like more or less high-end Lego set builds. This is Lego that I want to build. I'm not disappointed with everything. This is pretty good, and we got more printed stuff we'll have to take a look at. But I am curious, how scratched up is this door here? I think the gods have been smiling on Lego, because except for maybe a pit or two, this is not bad, but this could have been packed better, Lego. And yeah, I'm very particular on these parts being scratched. But, I mean, you can't win them all, but, you know, still. Oh, look, it's Zac. We get to build Zac. Isn't that cool? And Dango. Oh, boy, I can't wait to have fun with this one. Come on, Zac. Where are you at? Your head's rolling around? Oh, boy. Yeah, the ladies are going to hide from him, huh? Let's put him together. Take a closer look at him in a bit. And where's his wig? I always enjoy these friend sets. There's so much commentary that can go along with them. And yeah, there's Zac, and we need the basket to go in his hand. Let's put that in there. He's got to go shopping. He's got to have a basket, right? He can't carry all the stuff out to the checkout. Get tired. Or maybe it's Dango that's the one that's going to run up his credit card bills. And he's got a little credit card. I think we've seen this a few times. Let me bring that up to there. I mean, it's printed with metallics. Lego really has stepped up their game on printed stuff. I mean, this is, like I said, our high-end builds. And that's Zac right there. Zac, meet everyone. Everyone meet Zac. Nice print work for his torso. Not too bad at all. Then we have Dango, which is just one figure. Not too bad. I don't like the way the motor sounds from my autofocus in this camera. The insurance is already worn off on it by now. Okay, let's zoom in here. And we're getting ready to start building accessories. This is just more or less like a little accessory pack, you know. I mean, something to just to keep the kids quiet for a bit, but you know, for what we're doing here, it's not too bad. Anybody remember the Green Grocer, that big modular building that they sold just really quick through Lego and they stopped making it? Oh, this book's got these goofy... It's not the hand things, but you got to count the parts. Lego, I don't know what you're thinking half the time, but we do get an apple and a banana to toss in there. So we'll shove that banana in there, and then we'll put an apple in there. And the only thing we're missing is some turkey and some wine, huh? We'll put those berries in there too. Put those in there. It gives you extra set of berries and stuff. I'm just going to drop them all in there. And yeah, not too bad. And that's what that looks like right there. I mean, so far I'm liking the accessories in this model. Okay, so now it looks like we're going to turn our attention to part of the supermarket here. And by all means, this is not going to be like the Quickie Mart from The Simpsons, but it is close. And I did get somebody ask me, Jay, are you ever going to... Let me bounce this down for you here. Are you ever going to get The Simpsons Krusty Burger? It depends. Right now I'm swamped with doing set reviews. Tutorials not so much, but set reviews I am. So once I clear out all my set reviews, I may think about it. I'll just ask Lego kindly. But right now I'm not, I want to make sure. And I forgot there was a flap window in here. Not too bad. At least that one didn't get destroyed. And so this is more or less just a portion of a supermarket that you can build. But if this is a collaborative build, yeah, this one's not going to be too bad. There's no brick separator with it, unfortunately, I've noticed. Lego's been cutting back on that part. That's probably why the cost of these sets has been more or less down, but I'm going to be quite honest with you. I think I'd rather have the printed parts than the brick separator. Because by now, if you've got at least 5 sets, you'll probably have one of them that's got a brick separator. And yeah, these are nice to have. Well, here's some printed pieces here. That'd make a good seat cushion. Well, maybe not. It's a recycle thing. We get 2 of those. Yeah, check your parts because some of these look like they're printed in here. I didn't see a sticker sheet, so I think we got lucky. And yeah, I mean, who doesn't like printed stuff? I like printed parts. You know why? I don't have to mess with stickers, and they'll always be on straight. Oh, we got a loaf of bread here. Okay, cool. We found that, but I don't need that piece right now. Yeah. Oh, and today is the 19th of December 2025. So Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah, everyone. And if you don't celebrate those holidays, well, just happy brick day or something, you know. Just kind of sit back and build things and just kind of relax and have fun. That kind of thing. And let's see here. So far, the build is keeping my interest, which is good. I'm not bored. It's using bright colors. And when I write my reports to LEGO, that's, you know, hey, I'm honest. The set's got nice bright colors. I mean, this looks fun. This looks like, if this is pulling an adult into the build, I know for a child this is going to be really fun. And I think if you're into the Friends theme or into the city stuff, and honestly, I'm going to say the city stuff is kind of the same old thing except for the vehicles. But the Friends sets, they really have their game together. Because, I don't know, it's just, it just depends on the creator of these sets originally. I know LEGO's been hiring some new people to do LEGO set designs like city builds. And I've been pretty pleased with City, and I've been pretty pleased with Friends. I'm not disappointed at all. These just feel more like custom models. Like this one here obviously is meant to be for just a portion of a supermarket, but I'm getting that custom feel when I see them printed parts, because those parts will be good for other builds. It's not like I'm going to have them stickered. Okay, we got to put the recycle thing on there. See if I can get it centered better here. I like to have my stuff because the OCD will go crazy. There we go. Not too bad at all. Okay, now it looks like I'm turning my attention to the door. At least this time I can say we have a pristine door, not a scratched up door. And put that on there and put our doorknob on there. I mean, it's up to you, the builder, to finish this model up. It's like the newer modulars, they've gotten so much detail, but the builds are using smaller pieces. This one here is using the right size. We just got a little bit of everything going here for us, so this is not too bad. And this is nicely contoured for wheelchairs and shopping carts. Put that down in there. And the building guide is about average. I'm not too worried about it. Alright. One of these flap windows. I would have stuck a big window instead of one of these. Okay, put that in there for you. There we go. Yeah, I think whoever's getting this set, you're going to have a lot of fun with this. You're not going to be bored. Obviously, it's not going to be a 3-day build. You know, it's not going to have thousands of parts. But this is just enough to get a young builder started into his or her own creations. And some will say, well, Jay, you mentioned guys doing this stuff, but you're building Friends sets. These are just as fun as the city sets or the modulars. And I don't care what people think, you know. I mean, if some people think I'm weird because I'm putting together a set that's targeted more for gals, well, they're missing out because, I mean, I don't really think I have any of these in lime green. I don't know what I'd use them for. They'd be good for cars, so there we go. I got a part there. I look at these sets for what they can be, not what they are. You know. This is really nice. And we're still working on this. Not too bad at all. Okay, I think there would have been a sign out there, but... Okay. Now it looks like we're turning our attention to the interior. And... that right there is a nice piece. I don't know what I'd use that for, but... that'd be good, maybe hanging that into a child's room if you're building a Lego house or something. We don't know. A dark blue container or earth blue? I mean, how often? And yeah, it looks like all these accessories can detach from the floor. That's even better. And we got to stuff our loaf of bread in the trash can because we like trash picked bread. Shove that in there for you. Oh, okay, we got some pastries now by the trash can. I'm assuming that's just a thing to hold the bread, but, you know, make it a little fun, add some commentary. Make it extra crude for you, so you can scream at me and get mad at me. I forgot to put in this tile here. And Jay, why do you take your time with these? You're going to rip them apart anyways. Well, yeah, I may rip them apart, but you know what? There's some good building techniques you can grab out of these. And the thing about my main channel is it's about inspiration. It's not about preserving Lego sets. You know, you could, as the builder, can make your decision if you want to keep it or destroy it. But to me, I like to take the stuff apart and make my own stuff. That kind of thing. I don't know what this is. Like maybe it's a stove or something. Oh, it's one of those scan things that we used to have back in the day. And that's printed there. I've been looking for those tiles. Well, now I got another one. Alright, so it says throw the wine bottle through the window. So throw it in there. Okay, it falls in there. Let's try that again. What does that look like on this side? So yeah, it just says toss it in. So yeah, that's really smart, throwing glass bottles through the window. And yeah, looks like Zach's ready to buy stuff, but where's the rest of the supermarket? We haven't got that done yet. And this is what we have remaining so far for bag 1. Alright, we're going to wrap it up with bag 2. And I want to thank everyone on my main channel for being contributors. It's always a big help, as well as my Patreon supporters, in addition to my remarkable customers, because that helps me inspire my mind to make more stuff. And I want to thank everyone for taking the time to subscribe, like, and comment on my channel. That's always a big help. And yeah, we're going to have to discuss that here in a second. I knew a perfect score was going to be dinged off here in a bit. But yeah, liking, commenting, subscribing, all that stuff is always a big help. Now, what did I do with that black piece of paper? Alright, so here we go here. And yeah, I bet you can see that scratch right on that door, right there at the top. See it? Yeah, I mean... okay, I didn't want to have to do it. This is a nice set, but 8.5 it is. No, Jay, please don't do that. Lego works so hard. I know, right? I have to do it. I'm sorry. The other door didn't come with it. It didn't have a scratch on it. But I have to. I'm sorry. I have to start failing things. At least I'm very gentle. Because some people will just go hardcore. Okay, it fails with one thing wrong with it. And I can't do that. I can't do that. Well, we got Autumn here, and we're ready to put her together because she wants to go shopping too. Okay, I thought that was someone's head rolling around, but that's not it. Where's Autumn's head at, huh? Well, I found her wig. Autumn, where are you at? Oh, there's some nice printed parts, but we can't get there. I was mentioning about the turkey and stuff, but no, there it is. Okay, where's your legs? Okay, we got to start putting you together because you want to go join Zach. I know you two probably have a thing together, but we don't know. You know, these Friends dolls, they kind of like surprise us. And Autumn obviously needs a tan. Okay. She had a red wig. She looked like that gal from Wendy's. Not too bad. Okay. Alright. And she's meant to pull the shopping cart. Okay, so we will put the wheels on the shopping cart. Or we can throw Zach in there since he doesn't know how to walk right. There we go. Yeah, I like to collect more of these, so I'm hoping to see more of those come out in the future because I'm always looking for shopping carts. And of course, that's what she likes. She likes going hiking. She likes sitting by the campfire, roasting stuff. And what are those? Paw prints? Maybe she's a tracker? We don't know. Hard to say. Okay, now we're going to build the other half of the supermarket that goes there. And let's get going on this. And yeah, this is a collaborative build. So right now the score is at an 8.5. A little bit for a brick separator, but scratch pieces. It's a bummer. And yeah, I've just got to get into it. Lego could stop this at any time. And to me, this is a really nice set. It's got some nice parts in here, but to see this stuff scratched is just... And I know somebody's going to say, well, Jay, this is meant for kids. Kids are not going to care. You know, this is a $20 set. We're talking 20 bucks here. That's like, what, buying a gallon of milk and a loaf of bread today? Well, you shouldn't have to have that scratched. You know, I mean, that's just not cool. But it looks like we can possibly connect other parts to that. So maybe you can buy more of these and make it bigger. We don't know yet. Or it could be maybe another companion set that goes with it. Okay, now we got to put our checkered floor in. Hey, at least I share these builds with you guys and gals, and we get to enjoy the build together. If you're building along, cool. You know, if you're just watching this to see if you like the set or not, here's the deal. If a grown man likes putting this stuff together, I know a young girl's going to like putting this one together too, or a guy, you know. I mean, it just depends. There's more guys getting into the friends thing because we know where we're getting all the cool parts at. So that's why we're snagging these up. Alright, so we have a thing of popcorn, but we're going to get into this stuff later. I'm going to start hoarding up parts in here. Now, I've seen these blueberry pieces before. Okay, I've seen those in one of the other Friends sets, so we're going to get into these now while we're here. So it looks like we got ourselves some Chinese takeout, or maybe it could be noodles or something. It's only printed on one side. And we have some orange juice right there. Okay. So that's a nice printed piece. And I'm just going to cover things as I find them here. I've never seen this piece in that color because I'm looking for the popcorn piece. Okay, you get another one of these orange juice cartons. That's cool. I mean, take our time. You know, we're going to go through it. And here we got the another noodle box. I tell you, if I see those in Pick-a-Brick, I'm going to hoard them. I'm going to buy them all up so the kiddies won't get a hold of them. And so it looks like I see... Oh, that's cool. We got a bag of pretzels. Let me see if... And we got a thing of bubble gum. Let's see if I can hold these up for you here. I've seen people on Instagram print these out with a silkscreen machine. And yeah, we may not have to do that. And, oh, I think just for $20 alone, just for the printed stuff, that's, you know, I almost bought a couple of these. I still have not made an order yet, and yeah. We also got a couple of milk cartons. Ice cold milk. That does sound good. And of course the popcorn. Put that on the top. That's printed too. We've seen that a million times. But yeah, I mean, you are getting a printed parts pack here. I'm not disappointed with this one here. And we got another one of these. You also get the cupboards too. I think this is a good little parts pack. I have a feeling, though, especially some of these guys who do the part outs for Bricklink. Yeah, I think we're going to see these a lot being parted out, unfortunately. So just leave some for the kids. So yeah, you do get 2 of those. 2 bags of pretzels. And I'm sure we have another stick of gum, so the kids can stick the gum under the gumball machine. Like that. Yeah, it does show it crooked too. I gotta have fun with these folks. You know, I can't make these boring. You know, I gotta have a lot of fun here. Okay, now it looks like we're moving ourselves along up to the second tier of shelving. And, you know, I mean, I'm not dissatisfied. And okay, now I'm getting a little tired. Okay, there's supposed to be another stick of gum around here somewhere. Of course, if I can't find it up here, it's probably in... Autumn's not hiding it, of course. It could be in one of those bags. So let me check here and make sure that I did not toss that on the floor, because that would be a bummer and I don't see it anywhere. I'll make sure that it's not hiding in any of the bags. You got the paper bags. This is probably the only downside to paper bags, is trying to find all the parts, or if the building guide's hiding it. And the building guide is, come on, let go. Hide my parts. So you get the bubble gum. Okay. Yeah, and they just have them just sitting on the shelf here. Looks like it's just randomly placed. Something you typically see in a supermarket. Not too bad. Well, this is one way to store a sandwich. Yep, gotta have my family over here, and my girl's family. This is going to be pretty fun for Christmas. I can't wait. Can't wait to get the taunting about doing the Lego stuff, but I'll just keep this door closed. Maybe lock it because it's got a lock on it. Yeah. Alright, so far so good. There's the shelving. Okay, now we're going to be doing the freezers. I think I could do both left and right. It's just kind of a shame that one of these doors comes in scratched. Well, if I can get that in there. Am I not doing it right, or am I just being silly and not getting that in correctly? I got the handle on that side. It's just not going in. Maybe I'm just tired. Okay, there we go. We got to put the little handle on there. These are nice cupboard parts, and yeah, you can stuff drawers in there if you want. But good for freezers too. And then we need to stuff the freezers with some goods. Yummy. Don't you want to go shopping now and get some groceries? Yeah, here in the States, boy, groceries are so pricey now. So get some strawberries, probably 20 bucks. You don't know. Set that in there. Looks like we have, maybe this could be an egg and a slice of cheese. Now they only need one piece of cheese, I believe, so you'll get an extra piece. We'll set that in there like that. And I gotta step up on this. I got a few minutes. I got 30 minutes left. And this one goes here. I think these were meant to be freezers more than anything. I mean, that looks pretty good. And this one just sits right here. Of course, you can open those up and take everything out if you want. Okay, now we're going to make another one of these, but what I'm going to do is put the handle on this one first. Oh, there's only a doorknob on one side. Okay, be careful. I'm going to tell you right now, put the knob on first. I bet if you put this in backwards, it's going to be hard to open that up. Unless you take like a piece of sticky tape and stick it on the front. This might be easier to put the handle on first, then put it on there. And then we got to put our orange juice in here, keep that refrigerated. Let's see here. Well, I got one of them kind of in there. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, we got the chicken leg next. Toss that in there. And they do make these with a white door and stuff, so you can make these into freezers. You can even make these into lockers if you want. There's a lot of things you can use these for. And then put the blueberries in here. Like that. And then we'll set that right in there. Pretty cool, huh? Now we just need probably about another 18 more of those to make a full entire supermarket. I have a couple of them, but not in the same color. I don't think I even have 20 of these whole things. So you get a lot of stuff that you can put in here. And looks like now we're building a little potted plant. Okay, they use this as the soil. And then we use the cabbage piece, and then, well, that's what it looks like to me. And then that goes in there like that. And then this goes right here. Okay, then we got the Chinese noodles, or it could be spaghetti. We'll set those up there. I'm just going to make them kind of just thrown up there because it'll look more natural than just having everything kind of like, you know, sitting up there. And that takes care of bag 2 here. And yes, you even do get another piece of cheese. Caught it. So yeah, you get some stuff here. I mean, that's a nice selection of pieces for this portion of the build. Okay, now we're going to join everything together. And this is going to be one of those sets that I'm just going to bring up close to the camera here because it's pretty small. And that's it. At the very end, we snap these two together. And now we have a complete model. If this had another floor piece, I think I'd have been happy with it. But man, they just really kind of went kind of flimsy on this one here. And I'm not sure if I could talk about these sets. I cannot even show you. I'm just checking the back of the book, but here's the parts list. No brick separator, sadly. And for small pieces, I don't think a brick separator is really warranted with this one, but it should have been, since it is more of a child set. But I think, honestly, though, this is not a bad one at all. I think it's priced right for what you're getting. I know somebody's going to say they'd rather have stickers than the printed parts. They don't want to pay a lot. I don't blame you. But for me personally, though, that's what you're getting there for 20 bucks. It's not a whole lot. And I can understand why things are expensive with tariffs and all that stuff, but you're getting printed parts and a close-up shot with it. Alright. I'm bumping your ears into that. The microphone was trying to get you. And yeah, I'd say that... Ooh, I need to flip that up because I can't even see what I'm looking at here. Alright, let's get this kind of positioned in for you here. But I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I could be like some and fib to you on these sets and just say this is the best build, but I wasn't too dissatisfied with it. You know, I could straighten up this horizon a bit more. I wasn't too dissatisfied with it. Just the scratch pieces kind of did it in for me here. But... and I can't get rid of the glare off of the ring light. Autumn, you can't walk straight, huh? But I mean, it's enough to get you started with a supermarket here. You got at least a little bit of everything. Let me slide that over because that just kind of looks kind of off, doesn't it? You got the shopping cart and all that stuff. I think this is, it's fine for what it is. It's fine. And I'm pretty pleased with it. It's just not, you're not even getting a full room. You got a hole back here. You don't even have a full wall. That's probably the only downside. I think this is just more of an accessory pack, an inspiration pack than anything else. So, yeah, not too bad at all. Well, I think we're ready for the formal tour, don't you? Here we are at the Heartlake City Mini Supermarket. Yes, this thing's pretty mini at that. It's pretty small. Now we're just going to start right here at the front here with the box of vegetables and fruits. That's pretty cool. And yes, that all comes with this. That's pretty nice. You also get a nice shopping cart that's lime green. So we know that will be easy to spot when that thing walks off. And then we have Autumn. Nice figure. Pretty cool. And right in the middle here we have Dango. Like he's happy. And we have Zac. He's just ready to go and charge up that credit card. Nice printed tile. And yes, there's no stickers. Everything is printed in here. And we're going to take everything out here because we're going to take a look at the grocery store. Okay, and this is pretty much what you're getting here. It's just, you don't even get a full wall with this. But you do have some of these chillers with the various stuff in here. Sorry if my hands are going to get in the way, but it's the only best way to see everything. Of course, you can take the stuff out. You like orange juice. You got a chicken leg and some berries up there. Then you got milk and cheese, maybe an egg there, and some strawberries. So on the top, looks like we got 2 boxes of noodles and a plant. I don't think the plant's for sale. And over here we got a sandwich. I mean, who puts a random sandwich on a shelf? We'll blame that on Zac. He couldn't finish his lunch. He just tosses it up there. But we also get some bubble gum. We got some popcorn and bags of pretzels. And yeah, those are printed too. That's a nice piece to have. Here we got the checkout area, and we got a wine bottle here. So what does that tell you? And yes, that does come with it. Looks like you could just scan your groceries here. And this right here is meant to be like a recycling window, so you can toss this in here and watch the bottle break. These 2 items here are printed. We also do have a loaf of bread. Looks like we have some bread and pastries here, so that's really cool. And that's it. We even got a hole in the floor too, and that's probably just, this is more or less like an accessory pack, because that's the back there. And here's the other side with the entry. And this door does open up. And let's just test the shopping cart. So the shopping cart does roll out, or we can push the shopping cart back in. So that's pretty cool. And that's it. That's the whole nickel and dime tour. You don't get a whole entire grocery store, let alone a supermarket. This is a mini supermarket, but mini's even too big for this. It's still saying that this is a big build, and we're not. I mean, you get a hole in the floor. But this is really bright and colorful. It's bright and colorful indeed. So we're going to go ahead and start the review with play value. And yeah, I mean, it is playable for it being a small model. It's incomplete, but it's still playable. My build experience was pretty good. I mean, I had fun putting this one together. This was a nice one. So if anything, just building this stuff was really fun to do. It was really kind of entertaining to see all the bright colors and the printed pieces. And it was an all-around a nice build that even kept an adult interest. Build quality seems average for a Lego Friends set. Some of this stuff just feels like it's just tacked in, and this just feels kind of like it's ready to fall apart. And yeah, this one's just more for inspiration. And I wasn't expecting a full-blown grocery store out of this, but I mean, it's enough to get you started for inspiration, but it's really not a full model. We can't just scoop this up, put it in a Lego City, and we're done. Even in Heartlake City, it's just incomplete. This is just, I mean, we don't even get a whole wall here. I mean, it's just this. So it's, like I said, it's got playability, but you wouldn't be able to put this in your city. It's up to you, the builder, to finish this up. And I notice there's not even a checkout counter with this, so you think there'd have been one included. I mean, we have this, but I don't even see a register in here or something. So maybe it's a new one where you just tap the card on the screen and automatically bills you. We don't know. But it's a nice little accessory pack at the least. I mean, this is not something that was boring to put together, to be honest. But there were some drawbacks. There was no brick separator included. Did I need it? No. But a brick separator may come in handy if it's built by a smaller, younger Lego builders. And in addition, one of these doors came in with a pretty good scratch on it. So that was a showstopper there, because when I saw that, I thought, this was such a nice set. Everything's printed, and I'm seeing scratched parts, and Lego needs to really focus on that. So I have to, originally I was going to give it an 8.5, but I think I'm going to give it an 8, just because now looking at it finished, it is a nice playable set, but it looks incomplete. It just, even if there was a wall here, and at least another piece of the floor, I think this would have been okay. But I just think Lego was kind of just stripping a lot of stuff out on this one here. I think this was more or less introducing some new printed pieces, which is nice. But this is more or less than just a grocery store pack for your Lego City or Lego Friends theme. That's all it really is. And I'm not dissatisfied with it. I just wish there was more to it. Maybe if Lego brings out maybe a full entire Lego Friends Heartlake City grocery store, this would have been perfect. But it's just enough idea here to get you started. But overall, though, I am pleased with the outcome. I just wish there was more to it. But tell me what you think.